Hey guys, prepared to wander out in the woods, throwing a hawk today. Picked up Estwing Tomahawk. You can get these at Lowe's, Home Depot, Amazon of course. As you can see, it's thrown a little low, and that's because, from my understanding, I'm no tomahawk expert, that these are a little bottom heavy because of this handle. You know, traditional tomahawk with a wood shaft is considerably lighter at the end, and the head is the heaviest part, and that really helps with the rotation and keeping the tomahawk up. But this one throws a little low, so you have to kind of overcompensate and over aim a little bit to get it to put it where you want it. Every once in a while I'll throw a low one, but it does throw. So we're going to talk more about this tomahawk today, so stick around. So what is the point of carrying a tomahawk? You know, I was reading some comments the other day about tomahawks online, and someone made a pretty good point that really the tomahawk originally and historically was designed as a fighting tool. It's not really an ideal wood processing tool. And of course there are some tomahawks that you can modify and buy in the market right now that can be really pressed into doing good wood processing when you're camping. You know, this tomahawk in particular, I would not consider this a wood processing tool. This is definitely more on the tactical line, and the reason I picked this up is because I've wanted one for a long time. I think they're so cool, and the ability just to go into a store and pick one up and take it out and start playing with it was ideal. I like the idea of a solid piece of metal as opposed to a wood handle. Now I know wood handle tomahawks are going to throw better than this thing, but as a combination tool for throwing and general destruction, either vehicle extraction, things like that, I thought the one piece would be better. And really what this is going to do is this tool is probably going to go in my truck and be used when needed to destroy stuff, whatever that case may be. Who knows? But either being a survival tool or a bug out tool or whatever you want to call it, something for the zombie apocalypse, whatever you're preparing for, I think definitely there is a place for these. Now, there was a video that just got released this week from my buddy Terry Barney, Iowa Woodsman, where he's reviewing or showing his RMJ Shrike, which is another tactical type tomahawk, much more expensive than this. This thing's only, I think, 40 bucks. But he's showing you how to actually use it to go through a vehicle glass, and really made some great points. So if you haven't subscribed to his channel or saw that video, go over there to Iowa Woodsman. I'll put a link below. He has a wealth of information and knowledge, and I learn a lot from him watching his videos. And he is a firefighter, so he really knows a lot about vehicle extraction and things like that. So there's definitely an advantage to having something like this with a spike, where you can bust glass, go through sheet metal, car hoods, things like that. And then, the other reason that I purchased this is because I just wanted to have some fun. I like trying new things, and throwing hawks I thought would be a lot of fun. And having a tomahawk on my pack when I'm in the woods just to play with, why not? I mean, you could certainly press this into doing wood chores. It may not be ideal. The cutting edge is not very large. There's not a lot of weight to the head, so it's not certainly not going to replace a great axe like a Holtzford Brooks or a Granford's Brooks or something like that. But it will split wood in an emergency. So if you're out hunting or goofing around the woods and you have one of these, you can chop down stuff with it, but this is not a wood processing tool. So as far as specs on this thing, I'll have some specs below, but like I said, one piece of solid metal, made in the USA, made in Rockford, Illinois, a town I actually used to live in. I lived down the street from the Estwing factory, so I know they make a good quality product. I've owned Estwing hammers throughout the years, and they really hold up well. And I love their grips on their hammers. And that's the same grip that they're using on this tomahawk. the edge out of the store was not too bad. It was sharp. Now tomahawks are not supposed to be excessively sharp for throwing, but since this is going to be a multi-purpose tool for me, a preparedness tool, I'm going to make mine sharper. So I need to take this angle down. You can see it's pretty thick. It's a pretty thick edge. And I also want to sharpen up the spike a little bit because I think the spike is important for cutting through stuff. As you saw on the video, hopefully I'll have that edited in. Most of the time when I'm throwing this thing, I'm hitting with this edge. A few times I did stick it with the spike, so that's just an over rotation probably, but it does work, it does stick. So let's do some more experimentation with this thing and see how it does just for general woods use, okay? Even though, like I said, I don't consider it really a great woods tool. I want it to be multi-purpose, so let's see what we can do with it. So definitely that hawk didn't do that great of splitting wood. It was okay. I mean, it yielded some wood for today, which is good. That's what I wanted. Because now I need to brew up some coffee. I've got my heavy cover canteen set, and then this is the Lost Wild Canteen Shop stove stand, which works perfectly for this, actually, if you guys did not know that. And I'm not going to build a big fire today. Because I'm just making some coffee. But I do want to use some wood to help sustain that fire. great system. That canteen cup stove is awesome. Really heavy duty, and then it's great for getting your canteen cup off the fire, off the ground, and be able to build a small twig fire underneath it. So it's essentially a twig stove, and then you can use solid fuel with it, like the Espit tabs, or you can put an alcohol stove under there, whatever you choose. It's a nicer upgrade to the old military canteen stove. Yeah, definitely not the greatest chopper in the world for sure. Now, Estwing also makes another variant of this tomahawk, and it's actually, they call it a double bit axe, which it's really not an axe. It's, you know, it's the same size as this. This is like 17 inches, 18 inches long, and that's about what the double bit is. But it has a much larger blade on both sides. It's curved. I think if I get a chance, I'm going to try to pick that one up and experiment with that as well, because I think that'll be even better. But of course, it's larger. It's much heavier. When you pick it up in the store, it's much heavier than this. So, you know, if you're going for lightweight and something just to mess around with, I think this is a fine tool. And obviously, you can do stuff with it. You can split wood if you need to. It's not going to be great. It's not going to replace my axes, but for throwing in my day pack or in a haversack or something, it's kind of a fun little tool. And throwing it is, you know, throwing tomahawks is a lot of fun. So having that ability, I think is awesome. So anyway, not a thumbs up and not a thumbs down. I think it's kind of middle of the road on this one. I'm happy I bought it, and I'm definitely going to keep it in my day pack for playing with. But, you know, like I said, there's better tools for chopping wood if that's what you're after, and this is not going to be it. But if you want something for disaster preparedness, where you got to want to bust up stuff, or, you know, self-defense, I guess. I mean, you could use it for that, but I don't know when you're going to do that. That's not something I worry about or care about. You know. But it's nice. It's a nice tool to have, and it's multi-purpose, and that's the whole point of this thing. So, hey guys, thanks for watching. I hope you found the video useful, and as always, please like, subscribe, and share, and we will see you next time on The Prepared Wanderer.